back on the big screen, but in a different way. Before I was a fighter slash promoter. Now it's just all promoting. This young man right here, natural born superstar. I would say I'm the God of this. I'm the Don of this. I'm the Mike. No, I'm LeBron of this. But the ultimate goal is to get him to surpass me.
Is he allowed to talk yet or no?
Go ahead. Go on, get all access. Let me introduce him. Gervonta, 3-time world champion.
Davis!
Incredible. And this fight is over!
Floyd, is this the future of boxing?
Absolutely.
Whoop! There it is!
For Gervonta Davis, it pays to follow the money. With an unblemished record,
It is over!
and a near-perfect knockout rate, the Baltimore native, at only 25, is primed for the next crucial step in an icon's succession plan.
I'm made for this. I'm not here for just no reason.
But boxing, above all, remains a meritocracy, a sport where empires aren't bestowed, they're earned. Enter Leo Santa Cruz,
What a
a
fight!
4-division belt holder who's been tested in every possible way,
Oh, straight right hand!
who never takes a step backwards.
I'm not scared. I'm motivated to go out there and show the world who I am. I'm a Mexican warrior.
And who seeks to burnish his own reign at a prodigy's expense.
Santa Cruz looking to light him up like the Las Vegas Strip!
On October 31st, the future of boxing will sharpen into focus. As a battle-forged warrior tries teaching a young champion the most important of lessons. Never look too far ahead.
Line them up, and we'll keep knocking them down.
Hey, they're starting in a couple of minutes.
I think this probably.
They're starting in a couple of minutes. Live. The media workout.
Vegas is like a good boxing city, I believe. It's actually good to be away from home. Away from, the bad stuff. I know I have a big task in front of me. I'm not over that hump yet. Ooh, it's hot. I know that, Leo gonna come to fight. So I know I gotta be prepared. Keep working. I ain't do nothing yet.
Pricey.
I don't know whose song that is, so we're not gonna risk playing it. So yeah, we here. I had a nice little nap. Had some dinner, some turkey wings. We're waiting for the Tank Davis media workout. It was set to start at 9. As you can see, it's 9:03. To be honest with you, let me tell y'all, usually Mayweather promotion shit, especially if it's something in the Mayweather gym, that shit usually be late. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm banking on them to be on time. But they're usually not. So while we're sitting here waiting for the media workout, tomorrow morning, my time, like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, I got a card I'm covering. Heavyweight pro debut of a fighter called Justice Hooney. He's supposed to be big shit. So he's fighting his debut tomorrow, and he's supposed to be going on to the Olympics. You see what I'm saying? So we're covering that in the morning. Also, of course, we got UFC this weekend, and then next week is busy as shit with this card right here. Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. And I told y'all before, man, people gonna think I'm crazy, but it's 2020, and you've heard and seen crazier stuff. So I guess what I'm saying is, I got Leo Santa Cruz beating Tank Davis. Oh shit, right? Is that a crime? Then lock me the fuck up and throw away the damn key. Throw me under the jail if I'm not allowed and entitled to have my opinion, man. Shit. So once again, wait for the live media workout for Tank Davis to start. A 9 p.m. Eastern media workout, too. That's a little weird. It's 6 p.m. over in Vegas. And what time is it over in the UK? Like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning or some shit? Well, either way, I took a nap. I had like one of them nice little 90-minute power naps. The ones that's like once your sluggishness wears off, you're like really, really like wide awake, you know? So yeah, I'm about to roll me up a joint. We're gonna talk some boxing. I don't know what's, you know, taking them so long, especially since it's 9 o'clock. But like I said, I expect it from the, especially if Mayweather's involved. Now I plan for Mayweather to be there. If Mayweather's involved, then they're definitely gonna be late. That's like a definite. That motherfucker always, like any type of, it could be a press conference, always late. So he gonna tell them like, no, I don't care for Showtime. This is my shit. Like, you know, so don't tell him how long we gonna motherfucking be here, man. It's hard to justify this fight being, well, put it this way. I know why the fight's on pay-per-view. Tank and Leo command a lot of money, and Showtime wasn't gonna pay for that shit. So they said you, the people, the fans are gonna have to pay for that shit. Now me, I gotta buy every fight. So you really can't count me, right? You know, you really can't count me. I gotta buy all the shit, you know? So I guess, put it this way, I'm not very happy with the card. You know, in the main event, I like the main event. You know, and even though people think that Leo Santa Cruz is too small for Tank, I think that he could...
Dream Chaser _CJ is into dark-ass freak shit like this, donating $4.99. Surely a degenerate. Disgusting. TU trippin' also, man, prayers.
Nah, man, you tripping. But thanks, man. I mean, maybe I am tripping a little bit. Who knows? So, yeah, what was we talking about? Thanks, man. What was we talking about? Oh, yeah, they're going to be late to the media workout. Like, I figured this, see, I've covered enough media workouts in my time and fucking Floyd Mayweather events to know that this motherfucker's always fucking late. And you know what I'm talking about. Media, whoever's watching, you know that Mayweather's always late. Shit. You know? So in the meantime, let me go get some H2O. Roll me up a joint. I got some papaya punch. And go get some snacks. I got some pistachios around here somewhere. So as I said, I'm fresh out of a nap in the shower, so we good. We're gonna have a nice little productive stream. So once again, the media workout was supposed to start at 9. It's 9:07. I keep the time. Where's it at? Ah, that's my time right there. So, you know, I had a feeling he was gonna be late. I had a feeling he was gonna be late. I had a feeling it was gonna be late. So yeah, I'll be back a couple minutes. You know, so watch a little bit of this filler. It's Showtime episode 1. All access, obviously. Ooh, you know what we can watch? Shout out to my fucking homies over at BT Sport. So anyway, T Street made up some power moves a year and a half ago. Shout out to my big homie Chris Ridgway, where we got some friends over at BT Sport. I'll just say it like that. I'll just say it like that. So while I'm doing some shit in the background, all right, I'll be back. I'm going to edit all this stuff out anyway. But for you, a little bit of filler content while I'm waiting to see what the fuck they doing over at Showtime. Look, it set us with a start. Look, motherfuckers, like I told you. Listen, Floyd, this is not new. I knew these motherfuckers was going to be late. I knew they was going to be late. I knew they was going to be late. Like, I've been around too damn long. I knew they was going to be late. Shit, what are y'all talking about? All right, you know what? Let me not even read the chat. Let me just not even read the chat. Here, just listen to this shit. So once again, when they start, we're going to start.
Fair to what happened in the post-fight press conference, because obviously the new undisputed lightweight champion of the world addressed the world's media, and he made a wonderful point referring to Floyd Mayweather. Let's take a listen to this.
This is the new generation. We're bringing back what the old school was: fight the best, and you push on it.
Oh, I hear they go. They're starting.
I'm not here to pick and choose who I want to fight because I want to defend my title and keep that O. No, nah. And now, who knows where my figures are gonna go up, if they're gonna go up after this. I mean, that's the thing. You gotta. Everyone wants to be like Mayweather. In order to be like Mayweather, you gotta be like Pretty Boy first. You You got to fight those guys that they don't think that you'll win. You got to fight the likes of those guys that are undefeated and is a good fight in order to make those type of millions that people want to make. Why are you buying so many chains and all this at an early age? You're not making nothing. You're not making not a dollar. So, I mean, I'm just thankful that I'm able to be the first one to do that and push for the young ones out there.
23-year-old lad gets the game. One of the big points that he makes in there, and a lot of people kind of forget this, there are two aspects to Floyd Mayweather's fight career. Everybody knows about Money Mayweather, but Money Mayweather only became Money Mayweather after the fantastic win against Oscar De La Hoya, and he became a pay-per-view star. Pre-Oscar De La Hoya, he was Pretty Boy Floyd, and he was ferocious. He was knocking dudes out, and Teofimo understands the aspects of what goes into making a superstar. This kid is on the fast track to superstardom. I'm absolutely convinced by it. Where are you at with him, Ben?
Yeah, you know, I think that you know, I was very impressed when I saw that. I think it shows he's got a great head on young shoulders. You know, the world's his oyster at the minute, so it seems. You know, he's certainly got the potential to keep striving on. He looks like he's got the mentality. I was also very interested in the fact that he said, listen, his dad's a little bit outspoken for me, if I'm being completely honest. He said,
that's fair.
You know, I've met him, seemed like a nice guy, but he said, sometimes I wish he could just be my dad, not always my coach.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes, extraordinary measures to achieve extraordinary things. And he's been able to do so. And that's partly because his dad has constantly been his coach. He's not gave him, you know, the ability that I'm going to be your typical dad. And I know, again, going back to it, Floyd Mayweather will say the same thing, you know. His dad was very hard on him. Lomachenko will say the same thing. His dad was very hard on him. Because, like I say, to achieve extraordinary things takes extraordinary, extraordinary commitment, dedication, sacrifices. And, you know, if he can keep that up, which he looks like he's got the right mentality after seeing that, you know, he's definitely striving to go on even further. And I love to see that. Too often you see great fighters achieve good things in a sport, and then all of a sudden, they, you know, I've achieved my goal now. And it's, you know, where do they go from here? But to keep setting yourself new goals, and I say it all the time about Josh Taylor, he, you know, become world champion, wanted to unify the division. Now he wants to become undisputed. Then he wants to become a two-weight world champion. And he keeps setting himself new goals, and looks like Teofimo's got the same mindset.
Well, it's interesting that you just brought up your boy in this conversation, because there's always going to be questions now as to what next for Teofimo, and Josh gets this all the time when he's going through and achieving all the great things that he's achieving. I'm going to say something now, and I'm going to go on record with it. For me, outside of the heavyweight division, the biggest fight in boxing, and I know Jack Catterall will get on to me, he said, what are you talking about, mate? I've got a mandatory situation to sort out here. But for me, outside of the heavyweight division, the biggest fight in boxing is Teofimo Lopez moving up in weight to face the winner of Taylor Ramirez. Would you go along with that?
I would go along with that. Do I think it's the right decision for Teofimo Lopez? No, if I'm being honest. Not the fact that because he's fighting, if it would be a case of him fighting Josh, I'm just saying for him to step straight up now, he's 23 years old. You know, he said that he can still make lightweight. Give him a little bit more time, you know. He'll only get thicker, only get a little bit bigger. You know, with a proper conditioning program, he'll only fill out into that weight a little bit better, a little bit more maturity. I know that last night he had the real physical attributes to be able to do what he did, but you step up a weight, those guys are bigger guys again, you know. Effectively, not taking nothing away, but he was boxing a super featherweight, if not featherweight, last night in his frame. Okay, these like welterweights like Josh Taylor are a lot bigger dudes, and a lot of Teofimo's physical attributes will be taken away from him, or the advantages in those areas will be with his opponents. Not to say that he's not capable, because I think he's a fantastic fighter, and he certainly will be capable to be a threat at 140. But for me, I would like to see him, you know, just...
So we're waiting for the media workout to start. This is it up at the top. It's live, but they haven't started yet. So just some filler content to keep you guys busy.
He finished a lot of opponents, you know, a lot of great guys. and he finished all of them. And he was a great champion in other organization before UFC. Right now he champion in UFC interim champ. He beat Tony Ferguson. You know, I think beat a guy like Justin Gage is gonna be big for my legacy.
And the last thing from me, we've heard from Justin say he causes damage, and a lot's been made of his mindset.
My bad, I'm disrespectful. Watching UFC during the boxing. Nah, we just waiting. As I said before, if you don't know how it works, usually events associated with Floyd Mayweather is supposed to be there and involved. He's always late. And I don't like this shit. It's always been like that, you know. So as you can see, it's 9:15. Yesterday's media workout started on time. All the other media workouts up until this point, post-COVID, that Showtime has streamed, their media events have started on time. I'm surprised that the one with Floyd Mayweather, the media event they had, the Zoom they had with Mayweather, Tank, Leonard Ellaby, and who else was, I'm surprised that Leo Santa Cruz, I'm surprised that joint was on time. So I'm not surprised that Floyd Mayweather's late. Now, this is a rarity anyway to have a media workout at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So this is the live stream right here. This is it. But it's on, but they're late. You know? Yeah, it's live. Like, we're live. This up here, this screen right here. This is the media workout. It's just that they haven't started yet. They're late, you know? So I guess we can sit here and chill and chew the fat till they start. I'm not ready. Well, if you heard the news, looks like Teofimo is going to be staying at 135. You know? He is a champion now, undisputed. And you know what? After the research I've done, that Devin Haney belt ain't shit. They did him dirty. Did you notice that Eddie Hearn fighters in the WBC, like for example, look at the Canelo versus Yildirim thing. The Canelo Yildirim purse bid is supposed to be, oh, there we go, motherfuckers. Finally. All right, here we go. We'll be back.
TV taught me how to dream.
Let's mute that. By the way, get Showtime. You know, that's my job. I got to tell you to get Showtime and shit. Get Showtime, you scumbags. See, I can cuss at y'all and tell y'all ain't shit. If you ain't got Showtime, you ain't shit. I can shame y'all. Well, I already shamed y'all for the pay-per-views, and I know majority of you low-level scumbags ain't gonna buy the. Oh shit, here we go. All right, shh, shut up, y'all. Who's these people? That's Ramblin' Ralph.
Here in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, as we prepare for the virtual media day for.
You ever hear Ramblin'? That's Ramblin' Ralph.
As he prepares for his showdown Halloween night versus El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz, 9 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Pacific time, live on Showtime pay-per-view from the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas. Brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, TGB Promotions.
All right, shut up, y'all. Shh.
Santa Cruz Boxing Club.
Why he so low?
Showtime. There are 3 other amazing reasons to join us on the pay-per-view besides the main event. Regis, Rougarou, Prograis will be taking on the undefeated Mayweather Promotions prospect Juan Heraldez. Diego Magdaleno will be taking on Isaac Cruz in an IBF lightweight title eliminator. The undefeated WBA super lightweight champion Mario El Azteca Barrios, who will be fighting in front of his hometown in San Antonio, Texas, will be taking on Ryan Cowboy Karl. And of course, again, the main event of the evening, a fight which will blow the roof off of the Alamodome. Gervonta Tank Davis, 23 victories, no defeats. 22 of his victories coming by way of knockout, a 95% KO ratio, will be taking on El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz, with just 1 loss against his 37 victories. 62 fights between the 2 fighters, 1 loss between the 2 fighters. And this is going to be an awesome night. And right now, I want to welcome Coach Calvin Ford, the trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis.
How you doing?
Good. Coach, a lot of people were surprised by you guys coming down here to Las Vegas to train. You specifically said you were going to have Tank ready. This was the most important fight of his career. Tell us how this process is going and how you guys have basically moved and have been here for almost 3 months.
It's not our first time here at the Mayweather camp. When Tank first signed with Floyd, he was doing his retirement with his retired fight. We trained here, and I stayed down here about the same time when we first signed with Floyd. And then when he had the Conor McGrady fight, we trained here at the Mayweather gym. So it's like family to me. It's like home away from home when I do come here. It's like a vacation. but work, you know. But this camp been really tense because it's pay-per-view. You know, we got the world champion, but when you fight on a pay-per-view level, it's a different level, you know. And you got to.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all the details of the card and go look at the ticket sales and seats and everything. All right, shut up, y'all. Shit.
You know, I'm looking forward to it.
We are too, and you have had Tank since he was a small child. You're basically the father figure in his life. What have you seen as far as the maturation from Tank, even in just these last 3 years? 2017 was a big year for him, won his first title. Last year, 3 cities all over the U.S., Los Angeles, Baltimore, Atlanta, sold them all out. I don't even think that's even possible from any other fighter right now in boxing, and he did it. What have you seen as far as that maturation?
Well, just watching it, we just watching history repeating itself in a sense, you know. But it's different. We on the road, going to different venues and selling out. So that's really major, trying to become that mega star. Tank has really been really took this camp real serious, and just watching him.
I'm down about 22 pounds since July.
Gervonta, Tank,
slim,
the family man, the fighter, and then the businessman. You know, so he's learning because nobody gave him a manual to do this. You know what I'm saying? He's putting it together. And
I'm still pretty fat though.
Watching him maturing, going through the motions that he's going through.
Now, what do you say to
not as fat
Cruz, who yesterday at his open workout said that he had planned to take Tank where he had never been before? He said he was going to box him in the earlier rounds, expecting Tank to tire and then take over in the last part of the fight. What do you say to that?
Well, everybody have a game plan. Everybody have a game plan. We have a game plan. It's who's going to execute their game plan. He had his dad in his corner for his period of his boxing career, and I've been in Tank corner for the period of his boxing career. We're just waiting for us two to get together. We got his mind and my mind. We just put it in work. So I expect that out of Santa Cruz. You get what I'm saying? Because he's a true champion. He's a 4-time champion. You know, I expect for him to give Tank the run for his money. You get what I'm saying? But me knowing Youngin and where we come from.
Here's my supplements.
It's a different type of beast.
Now, I admire your training style because you don't necessarily get in their face. You just basically expect the very best out of them. It's not even just with him. It's all your other fighters that you have. It's not like, hey, I'm in your face. It's you're going to do what you need to do that I expect from you already, and that seems to bring the best out of you.
Well, they understand that I have dreams and goals too.
Heart beats out of my chest.
When it comes to training, this is my domain. When you come in here and you expect for me to train with you, just do what I ask. Tank's the best to do it. Sometimes he go beyond. You know, I tell him no. I tell him something to do something. He'll say no when he go to do it. He'll push himself. I didn't ask for this life. We was just doing something to just keep our life steady. But he took it and really ran. He seen the vision. He seen the vision and ran with it.
Now, what do you say to the cynics out there who say, hey, you know, the weight issue has been a problem. You guys got here and you put almost a full 12 and a half weeks.
I got another 40 pounds to go.
I'm not bringing it up to be facetious, but you know, you're gonna have, you know,
but this is not new for me.
Out there that are gonna make sure that no matter what happens, they're going to say, okay, we're not making weight. But you guys have been taking it real serious.
Well, if y'all been watching his social media, he already
posted. Hell yeah, I'm dirty as fuck.
Stay tuned. We're going to show you something else in a minute.
My piss would be so hot.
You know, we know what we have to do. Everybody always questioned the weight. Tank been like that since the amateurs. And it's not the fight that I worry about. It's always the weight. But if he make weight,
no, I have the ZMA
we've
coming.
We've all been dealing with the pandemic over the year. It's kind of slowed the process down.
That's for the sleep, right?
3 fights in 2019, sold out, unbelievable experiences, Baltimore, Atlanta, LA. We're going to have fans in the Alamodome, not as much as we would if we were to go ahead and do it, 40,000 people there. But then again, we are going to have fans. How have you guys been having to deal and cope with this pandemic as far as the training, traveling? I mean, have you guys already become accustomed to it? It's an everyday way of life for you guys, or is it still some learning?
It is different because, like I said, I came here when Floyd was training.
That's Ramblin' Ralph. He's Mayweather Promotions announcer.
We don't have that right now.
Joe, like the Diamante buffer.
Bubble with one of my other guys. Just the new norm. The thing is getting them to the finish line. I hope none of us get ill to anything from here going to.
I'm in the gym 5 days a week.
It's different. It's different. I mean, I should be called a test tube baby now. How many times I've been tested? But I see it's very serious. We're trying to make sure everybody got their masks on. We're doing what we're supposed to do. So far, so good. Everybody been good. but we still have to get from here to there. This pandemic, man, it's changing every sport. Right. You know, how we do things. Man,
I want some of the stuff Big Baby Miller's on.
A lot of lives
I want some of that stuff
in this pandemic and whatnot.
The GW 1516.
They call it Corona, then, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't want any
because,
needles
you know,
though.
in this sport, for coaches, we have to be hands-on. A lot of stuff, you know, we have to be careful, making sure we cleaning stuff, sanitizing stuff. I mean, we really have to stay. So it's changing a lot of stuff. It's different. It's different.
It is, and I'm gonna even dive even deeper to your relationship with Gervonta, because obviously it's not always perfect.
I know, they talking their asses off, right? Shit, but I get it.
This is the thing that you have worked on the most with him on the outside of the sport to guide him to where he's at, because not only has he had you here, you know, Floyd has spent more time with him than he's ever spent more time with him, period, in a 12-week period. So even from just these 12 weeks, have you seen a difference?
Oh, I've been seeing a difference. Let me explain something to you. I was a young man just like Tank. I was worse than Tank. Tank, the way he is now, I'm happy. Reason why? Because coming up in these inner cities, there's a lot of controversy that a kid have to deal with. It's a lot of stuff that a person has to do. But again, he got a good support team. You know what I'm saying? I barely made it out. That's where we come from, you know. So my job, or what I do with Tank, is I learn from his experience, because that's what's going to mold him to be the best of what he's going to be. I sit back and say, go back. Don't look at Floyd as Floyd now. Go back when Floyd was in your position. He had a lot of stuff to deal with. I said, that's the best person to talk to, especially on this type of level. I mean, you take a young man, put a lot of money on him, do a lot of things. He's talking to Mike Tyson. He talking to
this is the man with the gym.
Do this stuff.
Correct.
So when I sit there and look at it, I said, man, you the next person to actually write that generation for the next kids that's coming up behind you. So the things that he go through in life, you get what I'm saying? They the things that build him, that actually make him understand. You know what I'm saying? And when he sit back at the end of the day, when we sit down and talk about it, I think he ain't listening, but he's listening. Right. You know what I'm saying? I sit there and say, you're gonna be a fine young man, you know? It's coming together.
Well, I think so too. Now, for the fight.
All right, shit, man, getting fucking twist Tank.
To pressure, he likes to throw a lot of punches.
Got all night.
Have you guys worked on that specifically? Not to get into your game plan, but have you worked on that to be able to say, okay, this guy is going to come for you. He's going to be throwing a lot of punches. What can we do?
Santa Cruz might change up what he's doing. You know, we working on a lot of stuff. Get what I'm saying? What I always tell Tank, and what I have seen, because I have a lot of guys, the fight might not be the way you train. You know what I'm saying? We could do a lot of stuff in the gym.
I got to fight the cover in the morning. Justice Hooney.
So I don't get into that. I just make sure that we be effective at what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's been in that position. He's a 4-time champion, and he have the right to actually go out there and win.
Hell yeah, we're going to be here all night.
He's actually putting in work. I watch his media workout. I've been watching his interviews. He said he's going to give Gervonta his first loss. And I like that energy. I love that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're going to bring what I'm really looking for. Tank ain't at his best right now. I'm waiting for that fighter to bring the best up. So when he do what I need him to do, and he shut all them headsets
what does that mean,
up,
bro?
Once it's calling them out and stuff, then it's answering, okay. And then he get his just props, because he ain't getting his just props right now.
Well, we look forward to it. Again, Halloween, it's going to be unbelievable action. The Alamodome, San Antonio, Texas. This man taking his fighter to war against Leo Santa Cruz. We look forward to it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Again, there is other reasons for joining us in the pay-per-view. 3 amazing fights. We have a title eliminator. And now at this time, we would like to bring up the 3-time two-division champion, Gervonta Tank Davis.
Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Finally. Shit.
Nice of you to join us. Okay, man, you, just like I was talking to your coach, you guys came out here, surprised everybody. You came out early to start the camp. How has it been for you being out here for such a long period of time? You guys did come out here.
Fred is way too little. That shit that went down in Philly, man, I almost hurt that man real bad.
I knew that, I've been training out here before when I first signed to Floyd, so I knew what it brought to the table. I know that I'm on fighting a great, fighter like such as Leo.
Tank looking good.
He a 4-time world champion. He's I want to say a future Hall of Famer. So I know that I was in a tough fight. So I wouldn't made that decision to come to Vegas and train for a long period of time.
Now you've been around Floyd Mayweather quite a bit since you signed with other promotions, but I don't think it's been on an everyday basis for 12 weeks straight. What have you learned from him being here even when he is not training, because he did train with you side by side a couple of times, but what did you learn from him when you've been in here as far as preparation and getting yourself ready to be ready to fight at Halloween?
Just stay focused, be patient, and just be yourself. You know, just go out there and do what you do best. You know, and that's, you know, put on great performance. You know, work hard so you can be able to put on a great performance. And this is a new task for me, fighting on pay-per-view and fighting a tough opponent and things like that, and actually fight for 2 belts. You know, so I know it's very important that I go out there and do what I have to do, not just fight, but be able to put on that tremendous performance that I'm looking for.
Now, in the first episode of Showtime's All Access, which previews last Friday, you said something that really caught my attention. I've been around you since you actually were here in the promotion. You were the house that you're staying in right now. And one of the clips that showed you said this house is really big. I would like a house like this one day. Do you see yourself maturing now? You know,
I'm scared to troll Leonard Ellerby because he might block me again.
When you won your first title.
He blocked the shit out of me last time on Twitter, but I got a new Twitter account.
We all have the kid in us until we're going to be gone in the grave. But
I'm scared, man.
Do you see yourself changing and finding other things that are more priority to you than being out or buying different things?
All right, fuck it.
Of course, you know, even just not just this fight, but when I all my fights, when I, you know, stay in houses and things like that, you know, I use that as one of my motivations because, you know, it come with this, it come with, you know, the lifestyle we live and things like that. So it definitely maturity. I think I'm definitely getting mature as I keep going forward. You know, all I gotta do is just stay focused, stay humble, and the rest is history.
And again, I talked to your coach about the people on social media who were mentioning the weight issue that they think you're going to have for this fight.
What was?
Wait, hold
up. Wait, we got to listen to this.
So you're doing really well. How's that working out for you? And do you feel any tiredness whatsoever as far as your training camp is concerned?
It's going very well. I can make weight tonight if I wanted to. It's great, you know. Just overall, just me coming to Vegas to train and bringing my team, just making that decision. I feel like it was best for me. You know, I think I'll be training, you know, here for all my camps. I think I was thinking about buying,
but I like to troll,
property,
man.
So I could be having a place here to stay when I come here and things like that. So I'm definitely just ready. My weight is on point. And we're just looking forward to October 31st.
We are looking forward to it as well. Go ahead and do your thing. We're going to check you out right now. Again, Gervonta Tank Davis getting ready to work out for us here. Halloween night, you cannot miss it, guys. 3 exciting fights, and then the main event, Gervonta Tank Davis taking on El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz. It's going to be a one that you cannot miss. Go ahead and do your thing, bro.
Okay, look, real quick. What was he thinking? Why is it in his mouth? His goatee is in his mouth. Like, who cut that shit? All right, no more trolling. He gonna block my ass. Get out of here, pitcher. Hurry up. He gonna block my ass. He blocked the shit out of me last time. Yo, I rubbed a lot of motherfucking boxing people the wrong way, man. They just don't have no sense of humor. Shit, I don't be meaning nothing by it, just a little troll every now and then. Like, everybody can troll except T Street. They be like, oh, well, you're supposed to be media, man. You're supposed to, you know. It's like, come on, man. Shit. I get trolled all the time. Do y'all read some of the comments I get on this channel? I'm talking about the comments, like, not the live chat, the comments. Motherfuckers be, like, slicing me up. I'm constantly getting roasted. I get called motherfucking Arius Spears. Who else? Gary Coleman. A black-ass Ice Cube. I got a bell pepper nose. I'm a bald, black, fat asshole. All kind of shit. Low-down woman beater. Rapist. Like, come on, man. I get trolled to smithereens. Like, people said Fred was going to beat me up when he saw me. Shit. People got to lighten the fuck up, man. Oh, yeah. Please like the video and subscribe. Tomorrow, what'd he say? Tomorrow we're gonna be here for we're gonna have to mute this fucking music. Fuck it, let it play through. What else we say? Oh, tomorrow is the Sergey Limpin-Yets Zoom call. And I'm covering an Australian card early tomorrow morning. Like, goddamn. All that shit. Hell yeah, man. I am constantly harassed every day of my life. I am under constant harassment. People don't know what I go through, man. You know people think I'm some crazy psycho killer and shit. I don't know where that narrative came from. Well, I kind of do, but whatever. But I have a heart of gold. Shit. I be chilling. Only one Tyson Fury Contreras. What's up? Thanks for the subscribing. Oh, by the way, man, make sure I like the video. I'm not doing this for my health, man. So if you don't know, about a week ago, Tank Davis was, what was it, 134.5. He's fighting for the WBA 130, which is Leo. By the way, don't you know they got 3 WBA Super World titles held up? The 126, 130, and 135?
He always want to be in the camera, that's for him.
Oh, shit. He just played the shit out of dude. Yeah, dude, why you always trying to be in the camera? Who's that guy? Yeah, why is he in his media workout anyway? Yeah, get out of here. Weirdo. Who's that guy? Anybody know that guy? Oh, yeah, me and AK almost got into some... So basically, it's some secret tapes out there about T Street where at Julian J. Rock Williams, when he got beat up by Jason Rosario. Oh, I can't tell y'all the story. I can't tell you the whole story.
We have a couple of special guests here with us right now. First,
all right, I'll tell y'all later, maybe.
Just want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, me and AK almost came to like blows. It's like shooting in the streets type shit.
He's no introduction.
There's video and everything. Fight Hype has it.
Money Mayweather, thank you for joining us, Flo. We appreciate it. Good to see you again.
But we made a truce.
How y'all doing, everybody at home?
So
I don't matter how my hat look. They got to turn the music down a little bit. I know he's training.
All right, so we're live right now on Showtime, YouTube. People watching all over the world right now joining us. I just wanted to stop you real quick while you walk in and Tank is here working out. It's been 12 weeks.
Who he talking to? You make it copyrighted.
You've been able to spend a lot of time with him. You've been able to...
You don't know me, boy.
Basically, be like a big brother to him. He's been with you more times this last...
More like a father figure.
Absolutely. Okay,
yes.
so more family, correct.
Wow, really, Floyd? My bad, I just switched to 1080p.
Be like a big brother to him. He's been with you more times this last...
More like a father figure.
Absolutely. Okay,
yes.
so more family, correct. What do you think he's learned from you here? Because, you know, it's 2017 when he started, won his first championship. From these last 3 years that we've been dealing with, all the issues of people trying to play with belts and whatnot. We've had 3 years.
Bring it down a little bit more, please.
Of championships. Last year he sold out 3 dates.
Yes.
LA, Atlanta, Baltimore. And what has he been able to learn from you?
Hey, Tank. Tell him break it down. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. What has he been able to learn from you here in the last 12 weeks?
I got to do my interview for you. Okay,
This is a shit show already.
I just want to say, congratulations, you know, to all the young fighters, you know, that's making big moves in the sport of boxing. I must commend all the young fighters that's up and coming. Take my hat off to them and say, you know, congratulations just on all your accomplishments, all the young fighters at lightweight. Not just at lightweight, just in boxing period. So I just want to say congratulations to all the fighters, not just the fighters at lightweight, but all the fighters. So as far as Tank, I'm just so happy with Tank. Right now, one of the biggest fighters in the sport of boxing. No matter where we go, he's, you know, I've laid the blueprint on what to do. And I played a major part, and I'm supposed to play a major part in helping him grow, as far as growth. But as far as in the ring, what we've been talking about these last 12 weeks, what's very important is basically making the weight. Your weight should be made a lot earlier. So he decided to come to Las Vegas, do a 12
week training camp, and so far, everything has went great. He's been able to focus, work extremely hard. He got different looks as far as sparring, boxing. He got different looks. And the main thing is, right now, he's under 134 pounds, which is great. So I think we have like a week and something to go. I don't know how many days exactly.
10 days.
I'm proud of him. And I mean, I'm proud of Leo too. Also, because you know a lot of people saying, "Oh, Leo's a small guy." Let me tell something. Let me tell people about the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing is about testing yourself against the best. And if you beat the best at your weight class, you must move to another weight class. So Leo was the best at one weight class. He moved to another. He dominated. He moved to another. He dominated. And that's what this sport is about. Taking chances and taking a huge risk to be the best. I did the same thing. I was at 130. I beat the best at 130. I went to 35. I beat the best at 135. I went to 40. And at that time, the biggest name at 140 at that particular time was Arturo Gatti. Now, he probably wasn't the best fighter, but that was the biggest name. And the biggest fight to be made at 140 at that particular time was me and Arturo Gatti. Correct. So we made that fight happen. Then eventually, I couldn't get Constant Zoo for that fight to happen. The Constant Zoo fight wasn't able to happen. So you know what I did? I said, let me go to 147 and take a risk and roll the dice. I went to 47.
He should come back and fight Tim.
I fought Zab. And then,
there you go.
Of course, Zab was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was the last undisputed champion at 147 pounds. And then eventually I moved to 154, fought Oscar at a weight that he wanted to fight at. And then when I take a chance or a risk and go up and fight a guy, they're gonna say, you know what, he's over the hill. You know, and with the sport of boxing, and I want to say this right now about the sport of boxing. I don't want everybody.
This man really got an ego problem, bro.
A belt. I'm tired, and I'm at home, and this goes for any company. I don't care if it's Top Rank, if it's Golden Boy, if it's Mayweather Promotions, if it's PBC. There's too many champions in the sport of boxing.
Okay,
right
all right,
now.
Floyd.
Too many champions. It's not a such thing as a super champion, not at all. And I'm not taking nothing away from no fighter.
Hey,
it's too many
he was
belts.
a super champion.
And the reason why is let me tell people what's going on in the sport of boxing, why there are so many different titles and so many different belts. People don't know you have to pay for every belt that you win, there's a sanctioning fee. So now if a fighter wins an interim belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. If a fighter has just the regular belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. Then if a fighter is a super champion, then he has to pay a sanctioning fee. This is not good for the sport of boxing. When the sport of now, when a fighter fights, every fighter is a champion. Now, after you see no belts, is like a fighter winning an amateur trophy. Everybody is the champion. Everybody have a belt. Now we look at the lightweight division, okay? And I want to say the fight the other day was a hell of a fight. Congratulations to the winner.
No, let him keep going. Let him keep going.
Out there and did what he had to do.
Floyd 2020.
But if Devin Haney is the WBC champion at lightweight.
Yes! Do it, Floyd.
Gervonta Tank Davis is the WBA champion. Now, it's safe to say that Teofimo is the champion he's the champion, the IBF and the WBO champion.
Oh, he's trying to.
I can't knock what he has done, because I have to take my hat up to him, you know, for what he has done. And then we talk about different fighters proving themselves. There's no different from Marquez. They're gonna say, oh, Mayweather was the bigger guy. Remember, at one particular time,
okay, he's back. He's back to talking about himself now.
Before I went to
back to talking about himself.
When I was in the Olympics, I fought at 125 and a half. It's 125 and a half because it's 57 kilograms. So in that same year, I turned professional at 130.
He was doing real good, though.
So we can't keep talking about guys.
He was doing real good.
This guy is a small guy. to be the best, you must take risk, you must take chances, and if it takes going up in weight or going down in weight.
Mind you, we've been here
boxing. That's how boxing works.
for almost an hour already.
And we look at Manny Pacquiao. He done the same thing. He take chances.
Where the fuck is Take at?
To me, guess what they say? Mayweather was the, he was the bigger fighter. You know, it's always a catch-22 when it comes to me. So once again,
Poor rambling Ralph.
But I'm tired of seeing fighters after the fight. Everybody got a championship belt now. Now boxing, all these belts is like trophies. The WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. Y'all gotta clean it. Y'all gotta clean this shit up. Y'all have to clean this up. This is bad for boxing. Ain't there such thing as no super champion.
Okay, we're back.
Are just taking extra money from all these fighters, getting extra money from sanctioning fees, and this goes to my company as well. We got to clean the sport of boxing up. This don't look good. When you look on TV now, everybody's a champion. You see all these fighters.
That's true, man. Thank you,
Al
Heyman.
Lightweight, which is Ryan Garcia, and then I look at Ryan Garcia, and he's a pretty cool fighter, and I don't take a nothing away from him. He's with Golden Boy, and I wish him nothing but the best in his career. But before you can, and I seen Ryan for an example.
Oh, Floyd Gray Cry.
He is one of the fighters that got in the ring holding the WBC belt and holding another belt. This is not cool for the sport.
He's not a champion.
Do I think he can become world champion? Absolutely, he can become champion. Do I think he can beat Gervonta Tank Davis? Right now, as of right now, absolutely not. Now that would be a fight next, but Tank cannot overlook Leo Santa Cruz. Hell of a fighter. Tough competitor, and like I said before, if he went to 4 weight classes, it's obvious he can fight his ass off.
Rambling Ralph want to take his mask off so bad.
It's no different from Canelo. Canelo was able to jump weight classes. You know why? You look, you say, well, Canelo, when he faced me, they said, well, you beat Canelo at a catch weight.
Bro!
You go back and you read the articles. Before you can speak on anything, you must do your homework. Okay. Canelo was the one that said he wanted to fight me at a catch weight class.
Oh my God,
so
bro! This is ridiculous.
Guess what? I'm gonna test you and see if you really want to do it. Now, is he one of the best fighters out there, pound for pound? Absolutely, he's one of the best out there. But we cannot overlook Gervonta Tank Davis. He's also one of the best.
There we go. We're back.
Pound for pound. And you look at him. I believe it's like over a 90% knockout ratio.
95.
95% knockout ratio. So. Whoever you got to realize this. One thing we know about Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, he got an equalizer in any hand. So he can hit you with any hand, and it could be good night, Irene.
Now, Gervonta Davis inside the ring, we realize that now. Gervonta Davis, real quick, so we can go back.
You said I gave Floyd?
The maturation of Gervonta. Can you explain briefly for 30 seconds on what you have been able to do for him?
30 seconds, Floyd.
Well, one thing I'm going to keep stressing to these fighters, just period. Everybody want to know, how am I able to still live the life, you know, that I live? We can't just think about, and Teofimo the other day after the fight, he was like, he said something real. What I didn't do was, when I made my money, I ain't just go buy a car or buy a chain. It took me a while to learn the game. I didn't have a Floyd
Okay, there you go. Cut the camera.
I had a Floyd Mayweather, and it's another, you know. If I'd had a Floyd Mayweather, I would probably be in a lot better position than I.
You think the timer gonna run out?
Because I would know how to move a lot better when I was younger and knew smarter things to do. But Al Heyman, a great businessman, Leonard Ellaby,
Come on, Floyd.
I had off to him and the whole Mayweather promotion staff, because you know while I'm out traveling the world having fun, they take care of the company, and they're doing a great job.
Come on, Floyd.
So I must commend Mayweather Promotions for doing that. And one thing about us, what we do is we put fighters in a position to win titles, and we put fighters in position to make millions, you know. And when you look, even like our fighters that fight on PBC.
Rambling Ralph Gray, tip over.
When our fighters fight on PBC, we talk about the Nielsen ratings. When our guys fight on Fox, we don't go out.
Hang in there, Rambling Ralph.
How many homes? Sometimes it's 4 men. Sometimes it's 5 men. So we don't knock nobody for what they do.
Hang in there.
We just got to speak facts. And then there's another fighter out there that we don't talk about.
Oh my God.
That deserves his just due. Andre Ward. Andre Ward.
Oh my God.
Even though he retired undefeated, he beat a lot of a lot of good fighters.
This is
we
gold.
Talk about him and give him his just due also. But the other night when I seen that fight,
look at Tank, like what the fuck? Bro, the timer ran out.
When I go back and look at the fight, I feel that it would have been a lot more.
The timer just ran out.
If Lomo got started earlier. But at the end of the day, my thing is this. I think he could have been worried about the power. Now, you can't be worried about what nobody say on the outside. You know, you got to train. That's why Tank, we got him in the gym right now. We got Tank in the gym right now. So he trained because he expected many different looks. So many different looks. You don't know what Leo you may get. You may get a Leo that's on his toes boxing.
Right.
So that's why Tank has so many different looks in his training camp. But I take my hat off to all these fighters. You know, I had my day in the sport, and even like a lot of times when they was talking about comparing Lomo to me, when you get, I didn't have to have 500. I didn't have to have 500 amateur fights, and he done something that I wasn't able to do. Right. He was able to win 2 gold medals, which is a huge accomplishment. Right. Just to go to the Olympics. And they said, well, guess what? He was the quickest to win a world title than any other fighter. And once you fight 300 amateur fights, you're a professional anyway. You're a professional anyway. And you cannot compare a fighter like Lomo to me, or a fighter like Ali, or a fighter like Sugar Ray Leonard. You know the reason why? Because we won our first fight. We won our second fight. Right. We won our third fight. So I'm not going to take nothing from Teofimo for what he did the other day. But remember, this guy already had a loss to Salida, and Salida wasn't quote unquote.
Oh my God!
In the world. He was solid, and he won a title before, but he wasn't the best guy in the world.
Well, we appreciate the insight, Floyd. Thank you for joining us again, Floyd Money Mayweather. We're going to go ahead and
there you go, rambling Ralph.
There. Again, Halloween night, you'll see this guy there. I'll be there too, and you better be too. Showtime pay-per-view.
What the fuck was that? Oh, we got some shit to talk about. Poor Tank. Is that what he got to deal with every day in Vegas? What the fuck was that? You're going to be hearing about that tomorrow on Twitter. That's for damn sure. Bro. I'm wide awake now. My heart's beating on my chest. Poor Tank. I mean, the belt shit, by the way, Al Heyman fighters, that WBA world, and yo, I'm rattled. Like, he got my blood pressure up, man. it's like he wants.
Hey, sometimes getting the heat through your head here.
Like he was talking about Tank, but then it'll always go back to him. And he would try to, like, he would get stuck and be like, oh shit, and that's what I'm talking about myself, so we're talking about my fighter. And poor old Leonard Ellaby didn't get to talk. I want to hear from him. Now we can get back, turn this shit down some. I mean, Tank looks good though. You know, here's my theory. If Tank is not able to hurt Leo Santa Cruz, now remember, he's at 130. This fight is taking place, you have to make 130. Tank was at 134.5 last week, so it's confident to say that he'll make 130. If he's not able to knock out Leo Santa Cruz, then if it goes to the cards, okay. Yorkis Gamboa had 1 foot and 1 shoe. Tank Davis threw how many punches in that fight? 321. He threw 321 against a 1 foot, 1 shoe Gamboa. So if he's not able to knock Leo Santa Cruz out, Leo Santa Cruz, doesn't him and Abner Maris hold the record currently for the most punches ever thrown in a fight? And doesn't Leo Santa Cruz himself hold a personal record, I don't remember, of the most punches thrown in a fight? And he has a heart of gold. You know, I don't want to get religious, but I think God is on his side. But if he get beat up, I'm going to be like sitting here looking like, oh. You know? So we're going to be here Saturday night. Next weekend is busy. Next Saturday, get y'all shit together. Make sure y'all do some food prep. Next Saturday is busy. And plus, the week later, the country might burn the fuck down anyway with the elections. So that might be, enjoy that boxing event. Shit, next week might be our fucking last. And then I'm hearing like a comet or a meteor or some shit supposed to hit. You know? Fuck it. Right? Tank on sleeping? I don't know, you know. I mean, I'm not saying Tank can't knock him out. We saw him wobbled against Leo Santa Cruz against Carl Frampton. I did go back and watch that clip after somebody reminded me. He did show us, however, that he can box too in the Carl Frampton rematch. Like he can actually like box. You know? It's hard to go against Khabib, man. It's hard to go against Khabib. You know what? Let me tell you something. I said that if Teofimo Lopez had defeated Lomachenko, that I was going to pick Chisora to beat Usyk. So I got Usyk beating Chisora, man. Life isn't fair sometimes, so I just got to bite the bullet. I just got to say it, right? I fucked up. I should have never said that. So now I got to pick fucking Chisora, and I got to do videos next week saying like, yeah, I'm picking Chisora. Damn. But if he win, I'm going to be happy. Because I'm like, oh shit, I picked him. But I think we all know that he should outbox him. Y'all got to pay for that in pay-per-view over there in the UK too. Ew. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. Always talking about, well, our pay-per-views are only this amount, mate. That's what y'all get. Y'all got a pay-per-view every month. We do too. We may even have a pay-per-view in January, right? We may have a boxing pay-per-view in January. In February. April and May pay-per-views in June are pretty much sewn up. We're going to have pay-per-views then. Damn. It's not a good look. I mean, listen. I know why Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz have to fight on pay-per-view. I get all that. But it's just like, you can't sell that during a pandemic, man. And people know how to get that shit for free, bro. People know how to get that shit for free. And I'm not a fan of the card. And yes, Floyd is right. Like, if you noticed, yo, I don't acknowledge the WBA interim belt. I don't acknowledge the WBA world belt. I'm not acknowledging that shit. And I'm disgusted at the WBC because it's like, so Devin Haney belt don't mean shit. And then I don't like the fact what they're doing with Canelo. They're supposed to have a purse bid. It was either supposed to be today or tomorrow for Canelo versus Yildirim. Yo, they want Canelo to have that belt so bad. If it wasn't Canelo, would y'all been riding for him like this? Like, that's why, if you haven't noticed lately, like, I've been kind of fed up with, like, boxing. Like, the shit is weird. Like, with these fucking belts. Like, even I get mad. The WBA, they make me so... The WBA makes me so sick. I'm sorry. I get when I talk about the WBA. I'm sorry. WBA, Gilberto Mendoza, you make me sick. And Mauricio Suleiman, you're on my shit list. And the IBF is kind of shady too, because they have Sergey Limpignets and the dude tomorrow, Saturday, fighting for the interim belt. It's like, listen, God bless Errol Spence. I'm an Errol Spence guy. But why are you making an interim belt for a guy who had an injury that was driving intoxicated? So I can see if he had an accident, he just was driving. Boom, all right. They made an interim belt. But it's like, yo, y'all made an interim belt for that? Like, he was in, like, what? So how much money did Al Heyman give you? Like, that's the type of shit that's weird to me. You know? It's weird to me. And then the WBC got the nerve to be making another weight class. Like, how does that not turn you off from boxing? Like, it's hard, man. Like, and I be covering these fights thinking like, yo, these motherfucking promoters still doing the same fucking dumb shit. Same fucking dumb shit. And they wonder why numbers is dwindling. You can't count UFC pay-per-view numbers versus boxing pay-per-view numbers because UFC tells a story. You know that you're going to get the best fighting the best. Or they move on and they shame you in the media like he didn't want to fight. He's doing his own thing. Like boxing, they just let this shit, you know. Like the right thing to do is we need Teofimo versus Devin Haney next. Like if they want to really, really try to fix this shit, make that fight. If he's going to stay at 135. You know, if Loma don't want the rematch, of course. I think Loma should get his rematch, even if it's not a clause. What do you mean to be dissolved? It shouldn't be an interim. No, you missing what I'm saying. It shouldn't be there. Like the IBF don't make no fucking interim belts. They did. The last time they did one was for the Darrell Uskatagai situation, right? I don't remember. Like, it's all weird, like, you know, and it's clear that they're chasing the money. It's clear they're chasing the money, and it's like, yo, this shit is weird, man. I don't like this shit. Like, as you can see, I get, like off-put talking about it. And then a lot of boxing people can be so disrespectful. You know, it's like, yo, I'm covering this shit, motherfuckers. I'm not like these other motherfuckers. I put thousands of dollars into this shit. I'm not no motherfucking super chat hoe. Yeah, I like the IBF too. One promotion, yes. One promotion, one banner. I know all that, CW. You don't have to tell me. I cover motherfucking UFC, motherfucker. By the way, I will be here covering UFC 254 this weekend. Friday, I'm going to the best seafood restaurant in the city. I'm getting the Mega Seafood Tower. My lady taking me out. And a $90 steak. How about that? T Street's living good, man. And I got all these lawyers. Ugh. So yeah, I gotta pay for 2 pay-per-views in 2 weeks. That's whack. I think that's 6'4" in the background. The dude recording the phone. He like run AB Promotions. I think he slid into my DMs one day and like kind of like threatened to pull up on me. I had said some shit about Adrian Broner. I don't remember what. And I was like, this ain't Adrian Broner sliding into my DMs from the About Billions account. And I was like, it's probably him. Like where you at? Like, I'll pull up. What'd he say? I'll pull up to Max's cheesesteak and whoop your ass, boy. Some old shit. I was like, what? I looked at him like, from who? I say, DM from About Billions. Motherfuckers, man. You know, me and Adrian Broner got a little bit of bad blood. He owes me $50,000 because we had a fight. He had challenged me to a fight at the Mikey Garcia press conference in New York, and he lost the Mikey Garcia fight. So he messed up my payday. You know. Hold up, let me read some of these questions. Are they degenerate questions in here, man? Don't put that shit on me. I don't believe in messing around with nobody's wives. However, I am kind of full of sin when it comes to Miguel Cotto's wife. Oh, Lord. Don't judge me, Big Mama. That ain't right. I didn't call him flat-footed. I didn't say you're flat-footed. I said, what did I say? I said, well, I said you have a reputation of being flat-footed or some shit. But I worded it very elegantly, you know, but he wasn't trying to hear that shit. So he tried to play me in front of everybody. Showtime cameras and shit. I'm not letting you disrespect me, man. And Adrian Broner has a reputation for disrespecting media. You're not talking to me like that. Like, we're all adults, you know. How much will Usyk, Chisora do in your opinion? I don't count UK numbers. Now, the Ring magazine should be the only status belt out there, if you ask me. It should be the only special status belt out there, as it's always been. But the WBC, like, hey, let me get some of that Sanction and Fee franchise championship. Remember, he getting tired. Remember, the WBO tried some old super title bullshit. Remember that shit like 5 years ago? They tried that shit. And the WBA with their gold belt is not even defined. You can get the WBA rule book, and I did it, and go look at their rules. The WBA belt is not WBA gold belt is not defined. In fact, they changed their rules like 3-4 years ago because the super champion only, according to the older WBA rules, a super champion was only a unified champion. You had to be a unified champion to be a super champion, and it was made because of Lennox Lewis to give you more time to fight your mandatories or whatever. But basically, the super champion status right now, the way it's used, is not how it was intended for. It's all the WBA. You're a scam and you're a sham, and you make me sick, Gilberto Mendoza. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You know, and I have every right to be. Yo, I don't count the WBA Interim Championship, and I don't count the WBA World. So Mario Barrios, he fights Cowboy fucking Ryan Karl next week. I'm not feeling his card, by the way. And it's like, yo, bro, Mario Barrios, I like you, man, but you're not no champ. Not your fault. And it's like, they be paying for them motherfucking belts. Like, bro. Anybody trying to hear that shit? And fans are getting fed up in media too. Like, people are getting, like, they're getting fed up. Like, really, really fed up. Like, as I said, like, kind of like boxing can be abusive to us sometimes, man. Like, and we always think it's going to get better. And we'll be like, you know, like, next year, you know, he's going to change. And then before you know it, boxing gets liquored up and give us some old bullshit fight like this on pay-per-view. Not that it's a bullshit fight, but it shouldn't be on pay-per-view. You know, and this is like abuse. This is them beating us again. Saying they're never going to do it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if motherfucking Deontay Wilder come back and fight Luis Ortiz in a third fight and make it on pay-per-view. That's abuse. That's abuse. That's abuse. Shit. WBC belt is watered down. Listen, WBC is on my shit list. Yeah, there's supposed to be these pod seats. In fact, let me pull up the Alamodome tickets. How many tickets do you think this shit is selling? Tank versus Leo tickets. What time is it? Fucking Floyd? We've been here hour and 15 minutes because of him, man. Shit. Yeah, let's go buy some tickets. Virtually buy some tickets. Let's do it this way. Let's see, buy tickets. How much are these shits? Oh, well, he's going to the bag. We might have to do this later. Ticket prices may fluctuate based on demand. Let's see what the most expensive ticket in the house is. Where'd he go? Is his media workout over? Did he just like... Oh, I was going to say. So it's over, huh? That's it? What happened? Did he just like tap out? Like, did he just tap out? On cam? What just happened? Did he just tap out? Something ain't right there. You think he a little burnt out? Overtrained, 12-week camp? He's living in strict quarantine. He probably is going to puke, right? What happened right there? Did he? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck just happened right there? He could have played it off.
All right, we're going to follow him. Apparently, there's a picture on these heavy bags that Gervonta works out with, and we're going to follow and see what that is.
Oh, he want to beat up Leo's face on the punching bag?
If you're just joining us, guys, make sure you are following Showtime Boxing YouTube and all its platforms. Make sure you're watching all act.
Oh, they took the picture off. Damn. They need somebody coordinating this shit better. Where's Kelly Swanson at? Shit. Where's Kelly when you need her? Sam, you there?
All right, guys, so
He got to get rid of.
when the cameras come and swing around here on the heavy bag, you'll see the picture. And Coach, you said it's already been busted up a few times.
Yeah, I taped it all up, bring them back tonight, because Santa Cruz got to last through the whole camp. So we got this our last week. I got 3 Santa Cruz.
I got a card to cover in the morning. Justice Hooney, heavyweight. Oh shit. Oh what? Come on, why they gotta do that to Leo? Oh, that's it. I'm Team Leo. I've been Team Leo, but that's it. The man's got a heart of gold. I don't know if my heart can bear this.
Here, the virtual media workout for Gervonta.
I don't know if my heart can bear this.
For showdown, Halloween night versus El Terremoto.
You son of a bitch, Tank. You son of a bitch.
From the Alamodome, San Antonio, Texas, Halloween night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, live on Showtime pay-per-view. Again, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, TGB Promotions, GDT Promotions.
Remember this meme. Make this shit a meme when he loses to Leo. Make that shit a meme. This bullshit ass photo out. Yeah, knock it off. This is a little cringe. And you know, I haven't had dinner. Like, I got out the bed at, it was like 8:28. I got directly in the shower, came down here, and fucking Floyd running his mouth. Like, I almost overslept and missed this shit. But I wouldn't have, because fucking, I would have came and Floyd would have been talking. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'm covering the Justice Hooney and Jai Opatai, the cruiserweight dude kid, on Fox Sports Australia. So I gotta find an illegal stream for that because we don't have it over here. So I gotta bootleg that shit. And you know them Australian cards start like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, man. 4 o'clock in the morning actually. So somehow, someway we gonna figure it out. But yeah, I'm interested in covering that. Floyd was doing real good though, but he just couldn't keep from not talking about himself. I'm not a fan of this media workout. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to be like, you know, why they do, I don't like that. Why they do the DeLeo. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. I got some turkey wings in the fridge. Got them early before I went to bed.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude the virtual media workout. Ramblin' Ralph, wish you a good night here in Las Vegas, Mayweather Boxing Club. Do not forget, October 31st, Showtime pay-per-view, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. This is a can't miss, guys. 3 other outstanding fights on the card.
We're going to go check out ticket sales, see how much they cost.
You can't miss it. I'll be there. I hope you guys are too. And if you can't be there, make sure you're on Showtime pay-per-view. Good night.
Bro. I don't know what that was, but whatever. Let's just leave that alone. How about that? Let's just leave that alone. So yeah, let's go look at some tickets. So this is the Alamodome, Tank Davis versus Leo. It's supposed to be 10,000 tickets on sale. They're doing it in like pods, you know? I haven't been able to find any type of what these pods cost or whatever. But yeah, let's try to virtually buy some tickets. What's up with this Ticketmaster trash? Come on, man. Would put money on Lee. I don't gamble, all right? I don't gamble. Gambling's for sinners, Dwyer. You do the devil's work. Yo, what's up with these tickets? Why is my shit so slow? Oh, no, it's this stupid-ass site. And you know what? I could have probably went to this fight as media, but fuck that. No way. So let's see. How much these tickets? Some tickets down here? So they're selling them in like groups and pods and shit. How much is this ticket? Give me that ticket. 300? Would you want that ticket for 300? This is like near the ring. According to Ticketmaster, the ringside seats are like not available or sold out or whatever. So you just got to be sitting far away. You sell them in groups. Up to 10 people can go in one group. This Ticketmaster site's acting stupid. I'm trying to see if I can get an image of the pods. And from my understanding, concession, it's all going to come to you. Like you're going to order from your seat, maybe an app from your phone or whatever. I'm interested. If anybody's going, I'm interested to hear what you got to say post-fight. I may open up the phone lines. By the way, we're going to be here streaming after the fight. Post-fight press conferences. For 2 cards next week. I'm figuring out how I'm going to do it because you have the Inoue versus Maloney, and then you have this card. They're both going to be on at the same time. So we're figuring that out. But you know what? It's just like right now, people are feeling like, you know, it's just not like, even if things are opening back up, if you notice, people are still not going out. You know, people just don't feel safe going out. Just like when it comes to movie theaters, even though they open back up, people don't feel like, they're like, yeah, I don't want to go into a dark, deaf room box with no ventilation and bad sanitation. You know? Well, here's the thing. I don't think that, well, what you gotta think, like, what's a flop to them? They have a number that they want to meet. What's their number? Me, personally, I can't see this pay-per-view going over 100,000. 120. And the buzz leading in is just not there, bro. It's not there. I mean, yeah, you got the black kid versus the Mexican, but it's not there. By the way, I'm half black, half Irish, half Hispanic. You know, so, but I'm just saying, like, you can't, it just don't, you know, like, the buzz is not there. And then it's a pay-per-view. And it's hard when you have nearly 3 million people watch Loma versus Teofimo, and they say, oh, let me go watch Tank Davis versus Teo. What? I gotta pay $75 for that fucking shit? I gotta pay $75 for that shit? You know, motherfuckers be getting outraged. So that's tough right there. You know, that's tough when you're getting a fight like that on ESPN. And you're like, oh shit, boxing's on fire. It's another fight with another 135-pounder on Showtime? Let me go watch. What? $75? You see? You know? That's tough. That's tough. In this economy too, that's tough, man. That is tough. That is tough, tough, tough. You know? Nah, the Loma slander is disrespectful. Yeah, y'all, the Loma slander is disrespectful. The injury shit, I'm not gonna touch on that. Like, I'm waiting, because it's like, yo, bro, like, really, Loma, really, and then you needed needles too. The cortisone shots, really, you know, yeah, it's an injury. By the way, Pete Rambling Ralph Face, he is in hell right now. Look at this. Look, he is in hell. He's like, fuck, man, like, shit, fuck. You know? But it's going to be interesting to see what this pay-per-view does, though. That's for damn sure. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So this is what we're going to do. I'm getting the hell up out of here because I got a card to cover tomorrow. And tomorrow morning. And if I have the time, I'm definitely going to stream the Sergey Limpinets. Normally I would, but tomorrow's a busy day, so I might not be able to get the Sergey Limpinets stream going. I'm T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.
Watching all over the world right now, joining us. I just wanted to stop you.
Been talking about these last 12 weeks. What's very important is basically making the weight. Your weight should be made a lot earlier. So he decided to come to Las Vegas, do a 12-week training camp, and so far